Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my 2021 bullet journal setup, and at the end I'm going to be doing my January plan with me. So for my bullet journal setup, I was really inspired by Amanda Rachel Lee's bullet journal setup for 2021, so I kind of went with that theme and started off the pages with simple bubble letters and then a little quote at the bottom of the page, and then I just colored in all the letters with 4 different pastel colors that I really liked. They are kind of like blue, purple, pink, and like a darker purple. I also added a few little doodles like stars and circles around the page, and then added a gray border just to kind of make it all cohesive. A lot of the elements that I took are pretty similar to Amanda's, but I was just inspired by the simplicity of it, and I just wanted to follow along in a similar way, but with my own twist. I also ended up adding some washi tape in the colors of the blue and the pink just so that I could fill the empty spaces and make it look a little nicer. So for the next page, I just did a 2021 at a glance. So I put all the months together in the calendars so that it would be the first thing I saw to kind of like see how the year is spaced out. Normally I would use this page to kind of do a quote, but then since I put the little small phrase in the first page, I thought that this might be a better way to utilize the page. I just went in with all the 4 different colors and just traced out the boxes to make it pop. This next page was truly inspired by Amanda because she did this in her bullet journal setup, but basically this is the future log and she split it up so that there's little flippy pages within her bullet journal book. So you can see that I cut out 2 pages, so it's like a little flip through book within the book, and I put future log at the top so that it can be seen even when I flip through the pages. And in each little page I'm going to put 4 boxes for 4 months of the year. I really like this idea that Amanda had, so I just wanted to recreate it myself in my bullet journal. As you can see, I am going in and coloring each box with a different pastel markers instead of 4 it perfectly fits. And then I'm gonna go back and put in January, February, March, and so on. And in the little side tabs, I put the numbers 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and 9 to 12 to kind of represent the number of months that are in each page. So my next 2 pages are my 2021 goals, and I split it up into 4 different sections for the 4 most important things in my life, but it's obviously different for everybody, and you can just like put it to whatever suits you. I ended up putting school, finances, Etsy, and fitness, so I have some goals for my future in terms of school, and I want to be better at saving my money. And I also have some goals on how I want my shop to be in the future. So I think this is a really good way for me to keep track and like look back at the end of the year and see if I've accomplished the goals. For 2020, I had actually accomplished some of my goals, so I'm really excited to see how they change this year. The next 2 pages are split up into my to-do list and 2021 memories. So for the to-do list, I kind of split it up into 4 different things. I didn't really know what exactly I wanted to put, but I put places to go, places to eat, movies to watch, and things to buy. So things that I can look forward to doing, whether it's for myself or doing with somebody else. And then on the other side, I have my 2021 memories, so I can just go back throughout the year and write in things that I thought was good and fun so I can remember them when I look back at the end. All my pages, I kind of just stick to the 4 different colors and switching them off and tracing with them. These next 2 pages are actually meant for my Etsy shop. I make stickers and I want to venture out into different things, so I use this idea that Amanda had with her video ideas so that I can keep track of like different ideas that I have and like when I create them and when I upload them onto my Etsy shop. And then the other empty page is kind of just an area where I can put my thoughts, anything that I really want to write about my shop, because I hope to do something more with it this year. The next 2 pages are something that I do every year, which is my year in Polaroids, and I basically have a Polaroid picture for every single month of the year. This year I wasn't so good at having Polaroids for every month just because of quarantine, and I wasn't really doing much, but I am gonna try to go back and print out some pictures that I might have, especially because I want to be able to look back at this year and see the good memories that I've had. But hopefully next year I do a better job at keeping track. The last 2 pages for my bullet journal setup are my gratitude wall and savings trackers. So for my gratitude wall, I kind of made it look like they're post-it notes, so that for every month I can write something that I was grateful for or something good so that I can look back at it. And then the following page is my savings tracker, which I split up into 12 squares, so that for every month I can write how much I've saved and how much I'm spending on bills and stuff. This will just be a good way to keep track of my finances. So for my January plan with me, I decided to do daffodils as my theme because I wanted to focus on this new beginning of 2021, since 2020 was rough, and daffodil flowers basically are a symbolism of new beginnings and rebirth. So I think it was really fitting for the new year. The whole idea that I just followed for this month was just kind of accepting the new beginning that's going to happen in the new year and kind of letting go of the old that happened in 2020 and just starting fresh. I went in with the colors orange and yellow for my daffodils just because I thought they were pretty colors, and obviously the leaves were green. In the page opposite of this cover page, I just did a quote, and the quote that I chose to do was "Trust in the magic of new beginnings," kind of fitting for the theme, and then I just drew one daffodil to kind of keep it a simple look. With all the spreads of the month, I really just only used the colors yellow, orange, and green to make sure that everything looked cohesive. I tried to add some variety in the fonts of my quote, but they were all just kind of simple. So for the next page, it's the monthly calendar, and I just made all my squares 6x6, and then I added a little green border at the top to write out the days of the week. Very simple font, and then I used the yellow and orange colors to draw in circles to write the numbers on top of it. Technically the month of January has 6 weeks, but I just split up the last day so that I didn't have to add an extra row for one day of the week. Then I went in and I drew 2 more daffodils and January 2021 in very simple handwriting, and yeah, I just stuck to the color scheme. My January 2021 month is very simple, so I had my cover page and then my calendar page, and then I'm just going to have 2 more spreads. I didn't feel the need to add any other spreads because I just don't have a lot going on in my life right now, so I don't have a lot of planning to do. On most of the pages in my empty spaces, I just ended up drawing little doodles like circles and small little flower looking doodles so that I can just fill up the page and make it look nice together. So this next spread is really just specific to me, and I just titled it School Planning so that I can use it to kind of plan out my future goals and things that I need to do for applying to schools and stuff. Lastly, I just did my weekly calendar, so this month I kind of did it differently, and I just put the entire week onto one page. So in the 2 pages you'll see they're gonna be 2 different weeks. I don't have a lot of planning going on right now, so I don't need a lot of space to plan out what I need to do in the days, so I thought this was the most efficient way to use up my pages. These 2 pages finish off my bullet journal plan with me for January, so here's just a look through my entire bullet journal plan with me for the month and the year. I hope you guys enjoyed it and, learned some new things that you can maybe do in your bullet journal. I was really inspired by Amanda for most of my bullet journal, so I took a lot of my ideas from her and I made them my own. I hope watching this video was as therapeutic for you as it was for me to make my bullet journal. I really had a lot of fun. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!